Beautiful crowd. Just to set you guys up for some clear expectations, I did want to give us a few laughs tonight, but no belly laughs, nothing too big. Most of us here have had babies, and we don't want to be peeing our pants on Michelle's nurture.
That is very true.
That's not the case with Alicia, of course. She just pees her pants because she's weird. But, Alicia, that's okay that you're weird. You fit in. We're all a little bit weird here. I mean, safely, you're the weirdest. Okay. But we're all a little weird. For example, the first time I met Michelle, she was super warm, super friendly. I was like, geez, we've really clicked and connected. Turns out she's literally like that with everyone. Strangers, doctors. I wouldn't be surprised if she's making heavy breathing phone calls to people at night. I've seen people's eyes when this happens, you guys. Now, and the first time I met her, she came to an audition for Salty Dinner Theater. She even brought cookies for us.
Did I really?
Yes, you brought cookies. Cinderella auditioned at a hotel, and I was like, she's going to be bad. Because usually when they bring a bribe, they bring food, they bring some kind of bribe, they're really awful. Luckily for us, Michelle is super talented. The cookies were shit. As I got to know her, I realized there's a reason for that. She probably got the flour on discount. We know Michelle's always looking to save a penny. Truly, start hiring her out for stuff. She's cheap, you guys. And that's not just what Scott told me. Then there's Caro. Caro, you might off the bat first be like, she's a little less weird than us, sort of a non-theater person in a weird theater world. But I actually met her at a theater event. Her husband is theater. That's how I met her. She walked in, first time, guys, theater event. Caro is safely 5'1". Dave is safely 6'13". Very tall. So, and we all know Dave and Caro. So, of course, at first when I met them, I was like, this is not going to work out. Of course, you can see this isn't going to work out. And that's because I was foreseeing down into what kind of problems this would cause later in their sex life. I wrote something down about that. So, first of all, have you guys ever had a night with your husband, or like, a night where you're like, I can't do this tonight, honey, like I'm exhausted, and that's because, sex, like you can get a little bit sore, you're working out. Well, imagine that, but you had to climb a mountain to actually get it. She can't stick with something safe like missionary style, or she'll be staring straight into his button. And he's in his 50s, so you know there's lint in it. Her erection is gone. There is also some good points, though, and this is what held them together. Like any normal person, I went to watch in their windows one night to just make sure it was going okay. Dave is very tall. All right? So there's actually like a really good perk to that. He's tall, she's short. If they're doing it from behind, he can actually bend over in half. You think a reach around is impressive? He can perform cunnilingus. Not because he's flexible. He just literally folds in half. So luckily, it worked out for everyone. See? Weird. It's not me, guys. That's Caro. Now, then there's Mindy.
Oh, okay.
We went from our non-theater person to someone who is possibly clinically addicted to theater.
You're not wrong.
Michelle specifically would love to collect a nickel every time she says, I'm going to take a break from theater. Because she'd make like 10 nickels. And for Michelle, that's like a mountain of money. A mountain of nickels saved. No, but Mindy, seriously, now I've thought about this. She cannot get away from it, you guys. How many times have you performed Ursula 9 months pregnant? Mindy's done it one too many times. So I've thought about actually asking you guys, asking my girlfriends, like, we should get together, we should have an intervention. Mindy, you don't need this. Like, it's everything in small doses. But then I thought, actually, if she's got this addictive of a personality, let's let it stick to theater. Because can you imagine Mindy after she's tried heroin? She'll start calling us up and asking us for money. And right now, all she does is ask us for costumes. So we're going to let her stick with it. And aside from that, she's a choreographer, so I've often wondered what her first time with her non-theater husband was like, in the marital bed. She's like, 5, 6, 7, 8. When how's that dance count go? How's the dance count go?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Once you're dancing. It's
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah. And Anthony's messing up the beat, and she's like, I said on 6. I said on 6. And then when they're all done, she's giving him his notes, and she's like, now I really wanted you to characterize here that I'm the best you've ever had, and
Mary, I told you to
What's your
never tell
motivation?
anybody this.
I can't be trusted, guys. Weird. Now, then we're going to move on to Shelty. Now, Shelty's another one where everyone's like, Shelty's so even-tempered. She's kind of like the calmest. Like, she falls asleep at 8 p.m., which is sweet, like a grandma. So it's like, is Shelty very weird? And I thought very hard about this. Is Shelty very weird? There's 2 options, you guys. One, she's truly this calm and sweet and kind to everyone. Or she's secretly heavy medicated and slightly clinically insane and has a true problem. Now, I'm going to go with the second one because you have to be a little bit insane to marry Scott Thompson. And that's how we know they're working out together. Then Alicia, who we all know is super weird. But let's just frame this. First time I met Alicia, within days, for comedy's sake, I'm going to say within hours.
Okay.
Within hours. She was telling me about a dream she had about me participating in sexual acts that involved string cheese. In places that string cheese basically fits nicely into. And then she ate the string cheese. Within hours. And she didn't say this to me like, okay, this is weird. She said this to me like it was the most normal thing that's ever happened. She said it so straight-faced, I honestly thought she could be having an aneurysm.
Raise your hand if Alicia has had a sex dream about you.
Aw.
I mean, everyone, she just hasn't told you about yours yet, guys. Now, so immediately after that, I thought one of 2 things. Either we're going to be so close and she's going to help me break down some of my own barriers, or I'm going to be filing a police report. Happily, it turns out to be both. Now, Alicia, super weird, but interestingly, on the flip side, she's like a goddess when she gets all dressed up. We all saw her on the cruise and posing tonight. All of a sudden, she looks like this posh goddess. And on the cruise, dancing. Everyone picture you're dancing, because that brings us to Monique.
Oh no!
Now, Monique is also a great dancer. But have you ever seen a hummingbird and you have to slow it down to see how the wings go? So if you see Monique, you're like, that's really super powered. It's like super speed, like someone plugged her in. But if you slow it down, looks exactly like Alicia.
Aw.
True story. Now, and Monique also weird. It's harder to come up with weird stuff for her too. But Monique's also weird. In fact, she's having a big impact on society. If you've seen the recent news articles that one of the only stores that brick and mortar is not failing, that's Target. Shockingly, the Target near Highland, Utah, it's doing great. Now, that is everyone, right? Oh, great. Excellent.
What about you?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't plan anything. Okay, fine. Guys, I'm weird. Have you ever known anyone to literally just keep having babies every year so that their husband can take paternity leave? I thought teenagers were irresponsible. I want to have a baby because it will love me so I can put cute outfits on it. No, I want to have a baby so that my husband has to stay home and do the laundry. Which, ironically, we wouldn't have as much laundry had we never started having the kids.
Ba-da-ba.
First, the chicken or the egg. Anyway, guys, that's my set.
Woo!